Hare Krishna, a very good morning. So let's begin with the 31st shloka today. Before that, let's just recap what happened in the previous one. So in the previous one, Arjuna uh, describes his feeling to Lord Krishna, right? They are in between of the battle and Arjuna is tensed and he's describing his situation to the Lord, right? About his bodily sensation and how he is feeling very numb. He doesn't want to battle. Want to battle after seeing his relatives, friends in the opposition. So let's see what's in the 31st shloka. Nacha shreyo nupashyami hatva svajanama ahave न कांक्षे विजयम कृष्ण न च राज्यम सुखानि च. Read its meaning. I do not see how any good can come from killing my own kinsmen in this battle, nor can I, my dear Krishna, desire any subsequent victory, kingdom, or happiness. So here Arjuna tells to Krishna that he is not seeing any good from killing uh, his own relatives, his own kinsmen and friends in the battle, right? And he doesn't desire to gain victory, kingdom, or happiness. Let's see the purport once. Without knowing that one's self-interest is in Vishnu or Krishna, conditioned souls are attracted by bodily relationships, hoping to be happy in such situations. In such a blind conception of life, they forget even the causes of material happiness. Arjuna appears to have even forgotten the moral codes for a Kshatriya. It is said that two kinds of men, namely the Kshatriya, who dies directly in front of the battle under Krishna's personal orders, and the person in the renounced order of life who is absolutely devoted to spiritual culture, are eligible to enter into the sun globe, which is so powerful and dazzling. Arjuna is reluctant even to kill his enemies, let alone his relatives. He thinks that by killing his kinsmen, there would be no happiness in his life, and therefore he is not willing to fight. Just as a person who does not feel hunger is not inclined to cook, he has now decided to go into the forest and live a secluded life in frustration. But as a Kshatriya, he requires a kingdom for his subsistence because the Kshatriyas cannot engage themselves in any other occupation. But Arjuna has no kingdom. Arjuna's sole opportunity for gaining a kingdom lies in fighting with his cousins and brothers and reclaiming the kingdom inherited from his father, which he does not like to do so. Therefore, he considers himself fit to go to the forest to live a secluded life of frustration. So, the meaning is very clear. It's Guru's grace that Srila Prabhupada has explained it, has arranged the meaning, and he has presented it so good that we don't need to further analyze. So I would leave it to your own perception and thinking that how you take the meaning of these shlokas. But before that, I would like to mention some of the points here. Here Arjuna appears to have forgotten the moral codes for a Kshatriya, right? It is said two kinds of men, namely the Kshatriya who dies directly in front of the battlefield under Krishna's personal orders, and the person in the renounced order of life who is absolutely devoted to spiritual culture, are eligible to enter into the sun globe. which is so powerful and dazzling. So here it is said that in a battle, when one of the opposition or one of the enemy is defeated, or the warriors who are dead in the battlefield, they get Veer Gati, right? It is said that they get Veer-Gati, and the one who wins get the kingdoms. So it is a win-win situation for both the enemies, for both the uh, armies, right? So here Arjuna is confused, right? He is not able to judge that even though the opposition is going to die or get defeated or get killed, he is not able to understand the larger story, right? So it is all Krishna's what do you say, Krishna is the director of the story, right? I can say it like that. He is the director, he is the producer, and he is the one who is leading the next generation. So to give the knowledge to the next generations, that's why Krishna is the main person here. So Arjuna is not able to understand the difference and he's completely stuck in his own thoughts, right? Everything happens for a reason, and that's why uh, we need to rely on Krishna and the God's plan, right? So that's what this shloka meant. And here, one more thing to be noted is that before the war even began, the Pandavas, that is Arjuna, Yudhishthira, Bhima, Nakul, Sahadev, along with Draupadi, were on 13 years of Agyatavas, right? So they used to stay in the forest because they had lost the Ch-1, that is the gambling game. Traditionally it is called as Ch-1, but you can name it anything, right? So they had lost it and they were in the forest for 13 years. That's a different story. That's the story before the battle. So that's really interesting. I would like you to know more about it, right? So here in this context, Pandavas generally don't have any of the kingdom. Right now they do not hold any of the kingdom in their name, right? So here it is also mentioned that as a Kshatriya dharma, it is required for a Kshatriya to have a kingdom, to run a kingdom, right? But Arjuna does not want it, right? He does not want to follow dharma. I mean, in the context, he's afraid. He's not. His knowledge is somewhere uh, not approaching him. I would say like that, right? So he he's not able to identify between the truth and what is right or wrong. So he's basically seeking help from Krishna, and right, it's mentioned clearly that the Pandavas are with no kingdom, so they have to fight this war or the battle to get their kingdom back and run it, right? Therefore he considers himself fit to go to the forest to live a secluded life. He thinks about going to forest and live a secluded life in frustration. So he's somewhere trying to escape from his dharma, right? So let's see what happens next in the further shlokas. Stay connected for the continuation of the story. Hare Krishna. Thanks for watching this video. It was really a long one. In the next shlokas, we'll be doing 30 to 35th shloka. Okay. Hare Krishna.